Hello, everybody. It's been a while since I've done a reading like this, so I had been asked to do one on Ayla Reynolds. Uh, if you are from Maine or New England, you're probably familiar with the case of Ayla Reynolds. It is coming up on the 10th anniversary of her disappearance. The 16th will be 10 years. She disappeared from her father's home where he was staying in Waterville. And very much like Summer Wells, there are more questions than answers. So we definitely need to take a look at that situation. The reason why this is coming up, well, other than the 10-year anniversary, is the fact that on Friday, the 16th, Justin Dipietro, the father, will be, there's a word for it, and I'm not coming up with it. It's when they bring them in for a formal interview, formal gathering of facts for a civil suit against him. 4 years ago, Ayla was 19 months old when she disappeared. 4 years ago, she was declared dead by the state of Maine. But there have been no answers, no nothing, no information. And Ayla's mother has been searching all of this time to try and at least get some answers, some justice for Ayla. When we talk about the cases like Summer Wells, this brings up this feeling. It's this I don't know if it's the parental side of me that it's really coming out, or if it is, or what it is, but I have a really hard time with these readings. I'll tell you, I had a hard time with Gabby, Petito. I'm very zoned in on Ayla, so that's kind of what's going on here. If you see me zoning out for a minute, it's probably because of me focusing on that energy. I did spend some time sort of bringing myself into focus before this, and the energy that I got was that Ayla is being watched over on the other side by two, all I hear is teachers. And I think, of course, time is different. It's not linear for them. I do say she's not a baby anymore. But again, it's very different on that side as to how old or to put an age on it. I think there's definitely a lot of healing that's been going on. But I think that the healing that needs to be done isn't, what I'm being told is the healing that needs to be done isn't for Ayla. The healing that needs to be done is for her mother. And really sort of this is odd because they're saying it, but it's for the people that invested themselves in trying to find answers for Ayla. Of course, stepping into this, it's not easy. There's a lot of, this is, even after 10 years, this is a really raw, really intense situation to read on, because because like Summer was, she was this cute little blonde girl who we all had so much hope for, is the way I'm hearing it. And so people are still invested in it. All right. So I'm going to be using the cards, but the cards are pretty much secondary. I'm going to be doing a lot of trying to focus in on the energy. We'll see what we come up with. First thing I'm going to read on is this. It's called a deposition. What is the deposition going to give us on Friday? What is it going to give us on Friday? The deposition of Justin Dipietro. I'm saying that wrong, I'm sure. What will this deposition give us? That's interesting. Okay. All right. So this card fell out of the deck, and this is the Nine of Cups, which really it's sort of that. It's a nurturing feeling, definitely. I don't see it giving peace, but I do find this being a sort of partnership that will, it almost feels like we are coming to a point where we are even just getting him to this point where she can get him in there to get this deposition will give Ayla's mother some of the peace that she's been trying to find. Definitely she is hoping for some answers to come out of him. There's some guardian spirits here. There are, Ayla has some real, she has some, I see two spirits who are in a teacher form, is what I keep being told. And these could be angels. These could be people in that family that have crossed over before. And what they are telling me is that this deposition is being brought forth, not, it's being done to bring some peace to the mother. It will never give all of the answers. But it is a move forward, and she's been stuck, is what I'm being told. This is interesting too, because the second row seems to be Justin's cards, and he's not, I mean, he is like, the energy that he puts off to me is one that he's changed the scenario in his head, that he has convinced himself psychologically that he had nothing to gain by it. Nothing, not to gain, that's not the right word. That he had no hand in this. It's like he told himself that so much so often that he believes it on some level, but he's definitely turned his back on it, because I think, oh, you don't feel good. There's like this, like, inside that's sort of, this will mess with you physically as well. I mean, he's got, He's got the Two of Cups there as well. And I think whatever this happened, it wasn't just him. More than one person knew what happened. And there was a girlfriend that lived in the house with them, and I believe there was one other person. I think it was, this is so much like Summer. This is so freaky. Because I believe that her mother also lived in the house. So there's at least him and another person who know what happened. However this played out, was in panic, of course. I feel like, like she got ill, but they couldn't take her to the doctors because if they did, either they were too out of it to take her to the doctor and didn't realize it, and then panicked when she got so bad, or she was really, really bad and they didn't want to take her to the doctors because the doctors would know what condition she was in. Does that make sense? Anyways, I'm asking a camera. Anyways, it feels to me like for whatever reason they ignored this for a while. Like she got ill, and they didn't pay attention to it. They were so self-involved. It was like she was a secondary thing, and he wasn't really focused, or he couldn't focus on her because his demands were being taken somewhere else. And I feel like it went too far, and sorry. That, as I said, and I'm repeating myself and I apologize, but I'm trying to focus on the energy. It was like a panic when they found out, and it had gone too far. And I almost feel like they found her dead. Now, I don't know what caused it. And the problem is, I sort of feel, yeah, I can't say that. This is for entertainment purposes only, by the way. This is, me just trying to read something out of the ether. But it feels like she had been acting up. Either she wasn't feeling good and she was acting up, and they ignored it because she wasn't. They ignored the fact that she was sick and got mad at her because she wasn't feeling well. And like any child who does that, they're going to act up. They're going to act miserable when they get sick. And there may have been some punishment for being bad, acting up. This is all speculation. I'm trying, I mean, literally, this just, the whole thing makes me sick to my stomach. He did not, or I feel like he did not whatever was done to her was part of her not feeling good. You know, I feel like maybe she was cranky, she wasn't sleeping right, she was whining, she was complaining because she didn't feel good. And they had said she was vomiting. And I think that for whatever reason, she was sick. Now, I don't know what that sickness was. I think they got angry at her. They chose to ignore what was going on and put it down to her just being naughty or whatever. And it went very, very wrong. And when they found out, for entertainment purposes only, then they had to deal with it. And I say they because this is more than one person. A lot of yelling, a lot of yelling. What do we need to know? When she was discovered, had she passed? To me, it feels like they realized what was going to happen if they alerted the authorities. So they took care of it. It's, you know, that I think they were afraid they were going to lose their lives if they reported the situation. And ironically, that they were going to go to prison, but I'm not sure being free has helped them any either. I think this is something that's followed them. Now, Ayla says she's at peace. And she says that despite all the focus on her, it's more about what people can do to others. When they're self-involved. So, all right, well, let's see here. Let's try another. Will this bring peace? Is this going to bring peace to Ayla's mother? This is going to bring peace to Ayla's It's an offering. It's, you know, it's been her whole world, and it has led to some serious, I feel like there's some serious depression here. There's some serious serious energy. But I also kind of feel like Ayla is hoping this will help her mother move forward. She says, don't forget. It's not that. But move forward. You know, let go of the pain. Things keep moving. She says 10 years is nothing for what she's had. Nothing for her. Yeah. So, I think this, just looking to see how long this video's been. It's really hard to do these videos because this is going to be with me for a while. And I felt that way a lot doing the Brian Laundrie ones, and he was not an energy that I wanted around me. Ayla is this pure form. She is pure energy. She's pointing to other people who are similar. And one of them is Summer, and the other one is, I can see the face. I think it's, I don't remember what her first name was, McCann? She says it's the same energy that happens, but we don't learn the lessons. She just keeps saying peace, peace. So, all right, I'm gonna end this one here. I'm gonna do a serious cleansing. I've had a ton of energy in my house lately. It's been crazy. My daughter stopped over the other day, and she has very similar abilities. She's at a different stage than I am, but she has very similar abilities. And it was just like, since she came over, I have had shadows in the house. I have had really bad cold spots. So a cleansing is in order. It needs to be done. All right. Remember, if you set your boundaries, whether you're dealing with corporeal beings or spirits, set your boundaries. That's really important. So I have another channel session coming up that promises to be more fun, and he's really bugging me about doing it. So I have been promising since Halloween to do this one. So that, as I said, that will be coming up. I think you'll enjoy that one. He's saying you'll enjoy that one. He's been around a lot. So, and I do have other things on coming up as well. So I want to thank you all for being so supportive, and, sharing the love, because really this holiday season is about sharing the love. All right. Sending blessings from Maine. Thank you to everybody for everything. Bye-bye.